Okay, I know how this looks. I'm piloting a Xeon machine. My first custom project was a Xeon machine, and I have a Xeon machine for my logo on my channel. That I assure you, I am not part of Xeon. I am an independent mercenary for hire. So please, put the gun down. Phew. Thank goodness. Glad you're able to listen to reason, unlike that ugly idiot Kaishida and I liked you in Zeta Gun. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Anyway, welcome back to Gunpla Geek. This time I'll be doing a review on the high-grade Cucurus Doan's Island 1/144th scale Guncannon from the titular movie Cucurus Doan's Island. The build, being a high grade, is quite simple and quick, with a runner count of 6, a set of polycaps, and a clear turquoise runner for the visor. However, with it being a variant of the first cavalry gun cannon from the origin line, it has a crazy amount of small parts, making it a slight challenge for first-time builders. Best recommend you build some other kits before taking a crack at this one, especially if you are not used to parts being smaller than your fingernails. Now, the looks on this thing is nothing close to being simple, because man, this thing is just a spitting image of the actual gun cannon from the Cucurus Doan's Island movie. All the colors match, and the details are amazing. Though, just like the first high grade I looked at, the Gunpla Mark II, its details can pop up even more with some panel lining and a little touch of paint. The design itself is one of my favorites, leaning into some potential bias on my part, with that retro robot look with a slightly toyetic aesthetic to it. I just also love the big cannons on the back, giving it a powerful yet oddly sleek look. God, I love this thing! Accessories on this build are super light, with only a pair of fists, with a pair of open hands on the kit already, a mid-type beam rifle with a trigger hand, and a spread cell missile launcher pack, making this loadout a bit light, but still filled with a bunch of junk parts from the cavalry gun cannon. The hands easily swap out with the ball joint and socket on the wrist. The beam rifle can then be used with the trigger finger hand, just like the wrist, but with nowhere to store it. And lastly, the backpacks can be swapped easily with their 2 3mm pegs on each backpack. Honestly, I really wish there was a little bit more in here. Maybe a rock for the gun cannon to kind of lay upon so it can do its iconic pose in the anime and the movie itself, but I digress.
For articulation, there's actually quite a lot on this guy, despite him being high grade. So he can move his head all the way up and can look straight on, and also side to side. Cannons and collar do get in the way though, so it makes it a little bit difficult for him to give a sidewards glance, but you can still do it. The chest has a lot more articulation than one would expect. So here's what it's supposed to normally look like. You can then make it arch back with a nice, very, very stiff joint, so it'll definitely hold its pose. Or you can crunch it forward like that, which I think is kind of nice, honestly, especially for such a blocky looking design here. Can also swivel around like that. Arms can then move in their socket like so. Arms can then move out a little bit like so, up and down, and butterfly joint as well to allow it for forward movement. Very nice. Then we have a double articulation there, double joint, allowing it to bend all the way up. And of course, as usual, ball joints for the wrists. So does everything that a ball joint should. The waist is also very articulated as well. There is a shifting mechanism inside, which I don't know if you can see it on camera. It can shift back like so, allowing for bigger kicks forward. So in combination with the leg being able to move back, that's kind of nice. However, there's also the front skirt here, which does optionally allow you to cut it in half if you want. Side skirts can then move out, allowing for a nice spread here, and does not move back very far. Thighs also can then move around in the socket like so, quite easily. Double joint, even with how thick the thighs are. And last but not least, the feet are rather limiting, but still enough for you to spread the feet out and give a good old shooting pose. And, yeah, oh, almost forgot. The backpack is also articulated with these hinges here and pistons. So you can move it all the way up like so and all the way down like this guy here. Overall, I say he's got a very good amount of articulation despite how blocky he may look. So, he's quite fun to pose.
Now let's try to wrap this up here with size comparisons, and hopefully I'll get to keep my head afterwards. Also, for each review going forward, I have added a ruler to give you guys the solid numbers for each size comparison. With that out of the way, here's the Guncannon next to the Zaku, the high-grade Yakushiki, and of course, the one, the only, the Yow! With all that being said, what are my final thoughts? Well, with potential biases aside, I really do enjoy this kid. A lot. With an amazing amount of details and very good articulation, it was definitely worth getting. If not for that possibly high price of entry, which, with actually everything that came in the box, and, well, it's a little hard to say if it's worth getting for yourself. Granted, the original mobile suit never really used a lot of different weapons to choose from to begin with, but surely they could have at least added a slab of rock or something iconic to help with the Guncannon to kind of differentiate it from other model kits. Again, that price at retail is around $30. It seems like a pretty expensive kit for a high grade that doesn't really come with a lot. It focuses more on the details and less on the things to come with it, so your discretion's up to you. With that being said, though, and regardless of my biases and the price, I still see this as a very good modern-day high grade. And with that being said, I give it a final score of 7 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out the links down below, or head to my main YouTube page to see my Instagram link and the link to the Great to Be Geek website where you can help support the channel with your purchases there. And with that being said, hope you have a good day. Adios.